Hey everybody, welcome to NC-17. My name is Josh, and today with us we have a very special guest. We have Hunter Redfern. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How you doing?
All right, all right. You've been in quite a few movies, but before we get into that, if you can give a little bit of a backstory, as a child, was movies what you wanted to do, or did it just kind of happen and fall into place?
Um, Whenever I was growing up, I would watch a lot of comedians. So, like with my family, I remember watching the Larry the Cable Guy, Blue Collar Tour with Larry the Cable Guy, Bill Engvall, Ron White, and Jeff
Jeff
Foxworthy.
Foxworthy.
And I remember watching them with the family, and I'm thinking like, man, I really want to do this. Like, I really want to just, I don't know if it was be on TV, be on camera. But I remember thinking that, and watching movies growing up, thinking that. And eventually I was like, okay, this is what I want to do eventually. And so then as, I went through high school, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my degree in something, which was history. And once I get that degree in history, I'll just go straight into acting. And if it doesn't work out by the time I'm like 60 or 65, I'll just be like a football coach and teach history. So here we are. We got a little bit of time.
No, yeah. Well, movies seem to be working out for you. So,
I hope so.
uh, so when you got your first like audition, like was you nervous or was it kind of like I'm gonna nail this no matter what?
I remember getting my first audition, and it was for a short film called I know the monster was one to go. And I remember it was I believe Actors Access was the program I was using. And I still use it. But I remember going to the audition and they told me to like talk like a redneck. And I was like, man, let's do this. And so I overdid it a lot. And so like the way I prepared was a lot different than I do now, but or at least a lot less, or it's just a lot different. And so when I went into that audition, it was like a Zoom audition like this. So I'm like getting ready behind this desk, this keyboard. I don't know if this monitor, but definitely this camera. And I remember getting on camera with them, talking to them. Just the talking portion, we had a good time. We were connecting. The casting director and director, we were all just talking. We were all laughing. And then we got to my audition, and um, they were like, "Can you do it a little less? Can you just a little less southern or like?" Because I was going way toward like, here we go, and let's go do this, and just overdoing it to the extreme. And then I hadn't practiced it, not doing that. So more or less, I just did it the same way again. And they were like, one of them, like, I remember seeing one of them facepalm, like just doing this during my audition. And they were like, yeah, we'll hit you up if we, you know, go with you. And it's been about 3.5 years, and I have not heard from them since. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But ironically, shortly after that, I got in my first film called The Wendigo, which is pretty ironic. And we actually filmed that one, thankfully, and it was a feature and not a short.
uh, yeah, in that movie you played Jay.
Yes, yes.
Can you go a little bit into, for those who haven't seen it, can you go a little bit into the synopsis and just kind of like what your character, how it played into the movie?
Well, the synopsis is the main actor Tyler Jean, who plays an influencer. He pretty much goes out in the woods, is talking to his fan base. He's like a live streamer. Pretty much goes out in the woods. He gets murked, and then us, his friends, are like, "Hey, let's go get him." We go get him. We get murked, and my character plays, I believe, the B cam guy. So I am just running around the woods with a not the big camera, but like a side camera on a stick. And all of my footage is just you can't even see. Like they had to cut out like half the footage I filmed because they were like, "So okay, so we want you to be the actor, but also this actor is the camera guy, kind of." And I'm like, "Fuck it, let's do it." And and they were like, "Ah, maybe we shouldn't have made him the camera guy."
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You've been in quite a few roles. I mean, you were in Amityville Ripper. You play
Oh yeah, that
Nicholas.
that was crazy. Like, I remember
Uh,
watching that and I'm like, man, this is
how'd you get
unique.
that role in? What was your fondest memories of that movie?
Fondest?
Yeah.
The cast. The cast is amazing. I loved talking to them. I still talk to a lot of them to this day. Like Angel Bradford is one of my best friends in indie film, along with everyone else. Like I love Ryan Martell, Elsie, Bobby, Chris, everyone else in that movie. I know I'm missing somebody, but the way I got into that movie is I was cast in Grandma, Bobby Knipe's other film, the film he did before that one, and he just brought me on for Amityville Ripper, and man, it was I was going through some stuff during that part, so like some family stuff. So it was nice to be on set and away from, you know, real life, I guess you could say. So,
Uh, uh, that's a good segue into this one. So sometimes getting away into the films, kind of like with the Amityville Ripper. Do you find it's easier to be in the movies and like filming scenes and stuff like that than everyday life sometimes?
hmm. In some sorry, in some yes, it all depends on hmm. You're asking if it's easier to get into a character and film rather than real life.
Yeah.
Um, dude, it depends on what's going on in the film. It depends on what's going on in real life, man. Like, dude, I was just on a set, a version, and it's about a week or two ago. And we were filming in St. Louis, and my character, um, the second day of filming for me, I had to all day, like just my scenes, just all day from beginning to end. And we started, the first scene was me kind of like going, like screaming at the end, like at the top of my lungs. Like I'm like tied to a chair, my eyes are sewn shut, and I'm just screaming. And then I had to keep on going throughout the whole day. And so it's really hard to kind of like recover if you get so deep into a character and like your body doesn't know. Like my body at the end of the day was like shutting down. Like, dude, we gotta go to bed. You've had a freaking day, dude.
Oh yeah.
And comparatively, like that would be kind of like hard to slip out of, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But then a couple days later, after we filmed that, I was on a proof of concept like a couple days ago for this thing called Perfect Soul. Acrostar Films does it, and it was really easy because one, there was not a lot of screaming and not a lot of crying or dying, at least for my character. And so it was very chill. I could just walk on a set, talk to everybody, and just have a just good old time. So the dichotomy between those two, having one week I'm screaming, crying, and just stressing my body out, and then to the next week where I'm just like, oh, hey, let's have a shot after we film. Like, like a shot on this side, it's a shot so we can like I can like calm down and not just calm my body on on this side. It's like, oh, we had fun. Let's take a shot. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh.
Uh, you were also in Krakoon, which
Yes.
is a very fantastic movie. Like I love that movie.
It was such a fun set, dude. I
Uh,
love Krakoon, like filming it.
uh, there were things in this movie that just kind of like I wasn't expecting.
Oh yeah? Like,
The toilet scene, I wasn't expecting that scene.
neither was I, dude.
uh, Morgan Malam's scene, was not expecting that neither.
No, no, dude. I remember hearing her. I remember sitting in the living room, just hearing all that go down. And I'm like, man, this is wild.
Oh yeah.
I love
Uh,
Morgan. She's awesome.
oh yeah.
Everyone, Tim, Morgan, Angel, everyone on that set was cool.
Oh yeah. I actually have an upcoming interview with Morgan later this month.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, tell her I said hello and that she's great.
will do. Uh, Filming that movie, you said it was fun, and was there
Yes.
like scenes in that movie that just kept breaking you every time you either read the script or saw it being filmed or anything?
Whenever we were filming, when we were all just sitting on the couch and I had like a holy sock. I didn't even know my sock had holes in it, by the way. Like I remember freaking Justin. Oh, I love Justin too. I talk to him just about every other day. Justin to get the Frankie. He what was his name? Oh no, when we were doing the scene on the couch, and me and Angel are kind of like talking back and forth, and a lot of that was actually improv. Like we just were like, all right, let's just see what we can say to each other. That's kind of funny or funny, and we just went with it. Like, and as far as breaking, we probably broke a few times. You know, just randomly off, or like Tim. Tim would just say things in the most like "Good day, chops," like in the most random accents, and we'd just be like, "What are you doing?" All
uh,
right, well, I'm going to the bed with you.
uh, was there a specific scene outside of your own that happened in the bathroom? Uh, that you was like after you saw the end product, you were like, that was downright probably like one of the raddest scenes you've ever seen filmed.
Um, let's see. You're talking about in Just Krakoon?
Yeah.
Hmm. Morgan's death was really cool. One of my friends, uh, who watched the movie was like, "Wow, this Jessa girl's scene's really good," and I was like, "Dude, chill, chill, dude."
Uh,
It's, but as far as gnarly, Tim Tim with his eyes on
yeah.
the against the wall. I was in there for that scene behind the camera, and he says, "Jeepers creepers, he took my peepers." A- As he says that, I'm literally because he said we told him to do a bunch of stuff, or Brad told him to do a bunch of stuff, like say a bunch of random stuff. And I remember specifically when he said "Jeepers creepers, he took my peepers." I'm behind the camera dying, trying not to say a word, just like laugh out loud. Because I'm just like, and then he gets up, he's like, "Hello, guys." Like, while he has no eyes.
Filming your scene, what was the bathroom scene, filming your scene, what was like what all went into that and kind of like was any of that ad-libbed or was that all script?
Um, originally, we did it a few times actually. We did it once with the puppet, which that's the one that was in the film in the movie. But we also had a part where he was like, "Well, maybe we'll just CGI the Krakoon." And so there is a cut where I'm just like, but there's nothing around me. Um, I know one of the one thing that I wanted and me and Brad wanted in the movie, which you can kind of see it is whenever I hit my head on the counter, the sink counter, my tooth comes out and like yeah, I can take it out. And we really wanted to kind of like show my tooth being out. I actually chipped my other tooth. You can kind of
Dang.
see on a sub earlier today, so might be cursed. But the I mean, I forgot the fucking freaking question. Can we cuss on this?
Yeah, yeah,
NC-17, can we cuss on
yes.
that? But no,
uh,
I forgot the fucking question, dude.
uh, just like what went into your scene in the bathroom, and was any of that ad libbed and stuff like that?
Oh, the poop. Dude, the poop. We had protein bars and Jamie Apple, the SFX person, would put them in the microwave. And we were like, we pretty much told her, hey, find any food and try to make some poop because we kind of want some poop in his mouth. And I'm like, I didn't say that, by the way. Someone else did. And I'm just like, they're like, are you okay with that? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. I guess. I mean, it's not as long as it's not real poop. And I was like, yeah. And so she's like, I got you. And so we got these Fit Crunch peanut butter protein bars. Just he just microwaved them and made them look like little turds. And yeah, we put some of those in my mouth. We put a camera under the we had a tub of water that I kind of like put my face in, not the actual toilet. And just had a camera in it that was covered with whatever tape, I guess, and just had the protein bar in my mouth. Spit it out, man.
All right.
But
Uh,
that took a lot. That was the first death we did of all four of us. And I got
okay.
to just hear and watch everyone else die.
All right. I mean, every single death in that movie kind of was perfect for the character.
Yeah.
Because I know that, a lot of people say, well, this one was a little bit too overboard or this was not enough. I actually liked every single part of it. So that's
Mm,
just me, though, as a fan.
mm, hmm
Out of all the movies you filmed, was there one that kind of just like maybe hit home like emotionally to you?
Emotionally,
Yeah.
Return of the Corn Zombies, which we filmed a couple months ago on in Chicago. I got to know everybody more than anybody any set, and I got to be connected to my character and like, everyone else's character so much. I had never really cried on set before Return of the Corn Zombies. And I'm like, dude, when I was leaving, I'm like, dude, what is going on, man? Like even during filming, I'm like, dude, what is going on, dude? And no, because everyone got connected so well on that set and it really made me a better actor for it. Just being able to kind of like not feel not pressure, but um anything tying me down emotionally, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Uh, I actually just watched the first one, Attack of the Corn Zombies,
Hmm.
just the other day. Actually, good movie. I liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you're gonna love
Uh,
Return of the Corn Zombies.
I'm
It's
actually
gonna
looking
be
forward to it.
like I'm telling you, we got me, Angel, Chloe Lutz. Love her. She's in the proof of concept we just did, and she is a freaking beast. Kelsey from Amityville Ripper, um, Shonda Rawlings, amazing. Chris Collar, drunk. Uh, just kidding, Chris, love you.
All right.
But yeah, all those people.
All right. Uh, is there any advice you'd give to anybody who's trying to get into the industry in any facet of the industry?
Don't wait around, I guess. Don't wait around because I mean, I still think that I'm just not even doing anything. I always feel like I'm not doing enough. And a lot of actors, especially like during the strikes, were very sedimentary. Did I just call them rocks? I don't know. But just they stood still and didn't really do anything. And a lot of the roles that I've gotten are because I've actually reached out to directors, I've reached out to producers, I've just gone out there and actually sent my stuff out instead of just waiting to see a casting call. And like that's provided me like at least a relative amount of success being in part of whatever I've been in. So I guess just going after it, not waiting and not like being proactive.
All right. That's actually something I never really like throughout the interviews have done is like when actors do go on strike and there's very little, pretty much next to nothing to do. What are the things that keep you guys going and keeping the drive alive to want to still make film?
Well, the one whenever the strike did happen, or yeah, it's not happening anymore. A lot of actors, especially independent actors, stopped really trying to go out for stuff, or because they would wait for casting calls or wait for like an extras casting call. But really, whenever the strike happened, independent films started like booming, and people started doing independent films way more. So really, there was actually more casting calls during the strike because, like, all of us independent people, the majority of us aren't even SAG actors. The SAG actors are the ones that couldn't do stuff.
Yeah.
So, and for the part of your question where it's like, oh, what keeps at least me going, is just that the mindset of not like really sitting down because I know that, if I just put myself in the right position to be lucky, because a lot of this is luck. If I, for example, um, I did a short film called Toxemia in Chicago, which was put in a London Indie Film Festival, and I wound up winning Best Actor for it in that film festival. The reason I got that role was because not because I saw a casting call. It's because I was scrolling through Instagram looking for production companies. I saw one. I sent them a message saying, "Hey, I'm interested in working together. What's an email to send my stuff?" I sent my stuff. They responded, and they just casted me immediately. And so now, just because I put myself in that position to be proactive, I got that role, and I got this award. Like,
Uh,
so just getting out there and just not really um, sitting on your hands.
uh, uh, Throughout all the movies you've been in, was there a scene that you read in the script that you was like, I absolutely will not do that or cannot do that?
Recently I had to turn down a role in I believe in Kent, England. They had offered to fly me out there. Um it was actually they told me it was NC-17, ironically. And they were like, "Oh, how comfortable are you with NC-17?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, let's do it." And they're like, "Okay, okay. So you would be comfortable with an unsimulated sex scene." And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, that's just sex.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't think my girlfriend would be very, you know, cool with that. So that's probably one thing where I was like, well,
Yeah.
and they did not cast me. I'll tell you that.
That's that seems to be the like for some actors and actresses that seems to be like the one line they won't cross. But then you got those movies out there where it's full fledged. They just don't care.
Yeah.
Uh, you as an actor, do you take more pride in being able to say no to roles like that, or is it just a moral compass that you have?
Um, yeah, I don't really take pride, quote unquote, like, oh yeah, I said no. Yes. Like, like it's more like, yeah, I got a little bit of a moral compass, But um I don't know, also like um I want to show off my talent, like the range. So, and doing that in multiple films lets me, kind of like climb up the ladder, I guess, of
Yeah.
film. So if I start doing like freaking, these unsimulated sex scenes, how am I gonna be the next Aquaman, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Like,
mean, case in point, look at Elizabeth Berkley. She did Showgirls, and then she wasn't seen for what 6, 7 years until Any Given Sunday.
mm-hmm.
So I mean, watching movies like that as a fan, at least coming from a fan, it kind of seems like once you cross a certain line, you kind of get blacklisted.
Yeah. Blacklisted or like pigeonholed, like you just I don't know, it's just yeah, it's not for me, I would say.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At least the the unsimulated versions.
Oh
So
yeah.
I don't
You
know who'd
actually.
want to sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, no, go ahead. Yeah. You actually have 19 things getting ready to that you're doing now, getting ready to bring out.
Yes. Yes, let me pull up. I actually just paid it. I just checked him. I was like, my IMDb. I have not paid for my IMDb in a while. Oh my God,
Oh.
he's gonna look up everything and it's not gonna be up to date. So I literally paid for it about 20 minutes ago, or 10 minutes before we signed on, and I'm waiting for all of it to update. I'm like, oh no.
uh,
Yes, yes, I'm
out
looking.
of the things you got ready to come out of the pipeline, is there like a specific role that you played in one of these films that's like it's more you than character, or just in any film you've done?
In any film I've done, more me. Like like I got on set and I was just like, you know what? I don't really even gotta act.
Yeah,
Um, Screw Year's Eve with Richard Tanner, I think was really easy to just get in there and do. Um, the Return of the Corn Zombies. It was really a really cool role because I felt like it was my Rick Grimes moment. Like,
Walking Dead.
yeah, like
Uh,
but yeah, I would say probably it's between Children of the Woods, Screw Year's Eve, or Return of the Corn Zombies. And I'm leaning towards Return of the Corn Zombies, but Children of the Woods was really fun too. I really liked some of that.
can you give a brief synopsis without spoiling anything, or is that
Of
not
Children of the
an option?
Woods.
Yeah.
Um, it has Tyler Jean, who is actually the influencer in Wendigo, and Angel Bradford, Kelsey, me, and Jake's the director's nephew. And Angel's character, Angel Bradford, she plays the main lead, I guess. She Her husband dies, and the goal of what we're doing is we want to spread his ashes at this, sacred place that, is in the that he really wanted her to spread his ashes at, I guess. And we all go into the woods to do this, and we kind of run into some people or things, and it goes south really quick.
All right.
And it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Angel just kills it,
All right.
and yeah.
She speaking of Angel, we're still working on a day to get her on, but she's phenomenal from what I've seen. But the one movie she was in and she
Mhm.
directed that kind of just like struck a nerve was Disremembered.
Disremembered, yes. Yeah, we talked about
Like
that a
the
little bit. Like yeah, I heard that one's a little that was wild.
yeah. I mean, after watching it, I was like, I looked at my wife and I was like, yeah, it's time for me to love you just a little bit more.
Yeah, no, she did
But
really
yeah,
good
it's
with that.
I don't know. It was all right. We got about 7 minutes
Oh, heck
left.
yeah.
Uh, is there anything to any director, actor, or just all of them in general that you haven't said? Is there anything that you'd like to say to them, now that you haven't said before?
Like an FU to the people I don't like.
I
Hmm.
mean, if that's what you want to do,
Hmm.
or appreciation for people you do like.
I might go the appreciation route. Fuck you if you didn't cast me. If you saw my audition and you didn't cast me, go fuck yourself. No, I'm just kidding. No, no, I was probably not the one for the role.
Uh,
But no, Steve Herman, the guy who directed the proof of concept I was on, Attack of the Corn Zombies, Return of the Corn Zombies. Um, dude is a sweetheart, and I appreciate him so much. Him and Ann. Um, obviously, Angel, probably one of my best friends in indie horror. Love her. There's just so many. Trisha, Trisha Gian something. She's the one I was supposed to film, actually leave to Chicago and drive up there tomorrow, but yesterday and the day before she had some emergency surgeries and we had to push back filming a couple weeks. So, appreciate her. You know, ready for her. And hopefully she can be cool. I actually talked to her about an hour before we talked. Um, who else? Um, that's it.
oh yeah. Hey, I mean,
Obviously, well, every director I've worked with, Jake Robinson, fucking Richard Tanner. Um, Let me pull up this IMDb so I'm not forgetting any names. Bobby Knipe, Brad Twigg. Freaking Brad Twigg having me on freaking Raccoon was freaking awesome. Um, Matt Anderson, Aaron Irons. It doesn't feel sincere if I just name off names.
you're good, bro. I get it.
So,
Yeah, nah. Uh, as a fan, I always like to show appreciation to the people that come out to the show. And I can tell you right now, anytime I see a raccoon, I'm gonna make for damn sure it ain't near a toilet. I
oh my
mean,
God.
that that was gnarly, bro. That whole movie
Yeah.
was gnarly.
Dude, it's crazy because I remember, dude, from the first like 5 minutes of the movie, you see those opening credits, you're like, man, I'm locked in right now. I am locked in with this soundtrack, man. And as soon as I saw me, I'm like, bro, let's do this.
Uh, it's it. The movie was awesome. I mean, I'm eventually gonna make it through your entire list of movies. I've seen a
Mhm.
few. Uh,
Some of them you can skip over. I'm not gonna say which one,
it's all good.
but
But no, I want
you
to
want
appreciate you
Sans.
and I want to
Fuck
thank you for
you.
coming on.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Uh, no,
uh,
it's been an honor, my friend. Thank you for coming on.
Nah, dude, it's been easy to talk to you, man. Thank you for having me on. If
All right,
this is
no
the
problem.
end.
All right. I always tell everybody once you're on NC-17, you have a home with us. So if you want to come on anytime, promote something to talk, even to say, hey, you got a booger in your nose, you're more than welcome.
Dude. Goodbye.
Yeah. Well, I ain't got none. I cleaned it out today. So all right, but
Dude,
nah, it's been an honor, and I want to thank you for
well,
coming
thank you.
on and being an awesome guest and just an awesome person, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me on, Joshua.
Oh yeah. Oh, Josh, I'm like, well,
Wait, should
right
I
to the
not
heart.
said that? Is that a
No, you're
secret?
good. You're good. You're
I
good.
thought we had an alias and like I shouldn't have said it.
No, I haven't been called Joshua, and we're still recording, so I haven't been called Joshua since I was married the first time.
Oh no.
It's all good though.
Give you
Only
flashbacks? Remind you of your wife?
there's a lot that remind me of her, mostly the Oompa Loompas, but we're not going there. Sorry,
Oh man.
I'm going to hell for that one. But anyhow,
Oh my God,
nah,
that's hilarious.
that's a story for another time.
Next time.
Oh yeah, but
Next time I'm
no,
on, I'm gonna ask you some questions about some Oompa Loompas.
hey, feel free. Next time you're on, I'll have some answers.
Hell
They
yeah.
probably will be NC-17 also.
That was a good thing that's the name of the pod.
Oh yeah.
Shout out. Shout out NC-17.
Oh, we're going off the rails. It's all good.
We got 2 minutes, 42 seconds left.
There you go. uh Now, I do want to say though, like my wife refuses that I have now, my wife now. She refuses to watch horror movies, but she did watch Coon, and she laughed her ass off, and she said y'all did
Nice.
excellent. So that was cool, and to get her to watch anything that has blood in it is kind of shocking to me. But hey,
Nice.
I got to guarantee to watch a Disney movie with her to watch a horror movie. So
So it's like a one for one type of deal.
yeah, pretty much. But it's all good. But
Damn.
yeah, no, it's been an honor. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
an awesome person. Keep doing all the good work, and I can guarantee you, at least you got a fan in me, and I'll continue watching, my friend.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. Win.
Oh, there you go. Hey, yeah, now it's like the Matrix. No, all
All
right. Everybody stay
right.
NC-17.
Later.